Hey guys, what's up? It's JDawgs here, and we are back for another episode of Minecraft here on the Spiritcraft Server. So, this week I've been working quite a bit on something, so I'm going to show you guys that here in a minute. But first, we've had our own little visitor, and it's not really a prank, so I'm going to go ahead and show it off to you guys. I don't believe I showed it off on the last vlog on the last video, so I'm going to go ahead and show that to you guys right now. Yes, we had a little friend come over and work on something for our nether portal for us. I wanted some kind of tower over here, and this is kind of what I was looking for. I told them that I would probably go back and change up like the blocks and stuff, so they just went ahead and did it all in stone, and I'm gonna go back and change up some of it to, I'm thinking, some quartz, some nether brick, and probably some spruce and spruce logs, or maybe they've already done dark oak. I might stick with that theme and do dark oak and dark oak logs, and kind of do that around here, because I like the concept of this. And you guys let me know, do you like this, or do you think I should take it down and do my own? What do you think? Leave your suggestions down below. I like it. I think it looks cool. I have ideas of actually having water run off the corners here. I think that'll be pretty neat. And yeah, so I'll kind of look around here real quick. You guys pretty much have probably seen it all. It was Said that came over and did it, by the way. But the whole center of it is still hollow, and you can still see that there. And he's made it to where literally nothing can spawn on this. So if you see, most of everything is either slabs or stairs, or upside down, well, not upside down, but yeah, they're regular half slabs. So yeah, nothing can be able to spawn on those and all that. So the second thing I want to go ahead and show you guys, get back over this way, is what I've been working on, and it's been taking a while to do it. I figured it would. But with our update to the 1.8 coming up, I figured I would head back downstairs into my mine shaft and do some mining. And that's one thing that I've been doing, is extending my little mine shaft things here that I've been doing. And another thing that I've been working on, if you guys remember from a while back, is my slime farm. And originally this was only like just one level, and we're going to go ahead and get in here and... So much sounds. Okay, die. Let's kill these guys off real quick. If you guys remember, once before I had a ton of these. That's why I slabbed the mine shaft area originally, because I had a ton of these spawning, and I've decided a while back oh, hello there. Okay, so we're gonna get these all little, and then we can punch them down. I decided a while back that I was going to go ahead and make a farm out of them all, but I wanted to find a really good, squared off chunk. Oh, come on. Okay. A really good squared off chunk that I could work on. And this one that I've got is a 3x3, or 2x2 set of chunks. So there's actually several chunks here. Hold on. These guys are getting crazy. Die. Okay. And they're already spawning. I mean, you guys can see they're already spawning like crazy. So, I mean, it's not like they're being difficult and I'm not getting enough slime balls. But I want to make this into an official farm and see how many we can get going. And you can see I'm already getting quite a bit of XP from them, which I think the farm that I plan on making is going to serve two purposes. It's not just going to be an automatic kill farm. It's also going to be an XP farm, I think. So if people want to sit here and manually kill them, they can also get XP for them. Because, I mean, going to the end is nice, but I still like having my own little spot, and I don't always like waiting for the skeleton spawner or the zombie spawner, to fill up so I can get XP that way. And I figured this is just another way I can get XP while I'm down here, so... Okay, let's close this off real quick, and I'll show you guys what I've been working on. So this was already done, for those that don't know. I went ahead and the first thing I did is mark the corners of my slime chunks. So the way that I did this is originally, when I found these chunks and saw that slimes were spawning, I found the corners of each of the 4 spots here, and I kind of sectioned them off to where there were walls in between each one, and on the corners here of each chunk you can see, well, this isn't a good example. If you start on the north side, actually, you can see this chunk starts right here. And if you look at my my information up in the top left-hand corner, you'll see the X, Y, and Z. But right next to X, you'll see something that says C, and it says 14, which is the chunk number. But what's more important is to the right of that, the little 0. If you watch that, as I move in this way, it'll go. Both of them go 1, and so this means this is the very corner of this chunk that I'm standing on. Okay, and so I marked this chunk off with this direction. And secluded it to where, you know, if anything spawned in here, if slime spawned, I would know if it was slime spawning. And so I marked off this chunk, marked off that chunk, marked off that chunk, and marked off that chunk. And by the way, this is where the 4 chunks meet. So this is where the wall was. And so I figured out after a little bit of testing, and I probably did this the hard way, and yes, I know you can look up, you know, use the seed and everything, but I wanted to do it the legitimate way since not everybody has access to the seed. But what I did is, after blocking these off, I figured out which ones spawn slimes. I believe it was this one, and this one. They're all 3 slime chunks, and this one over here doesn't actually spawn slimes. But in order to make it a perfect square, I had to go ahead and cut that one out too. So yeah, that's what I figured out originally, just with my little testing. And so I've gone along, and originally this was just cut out like that. I've extended it by 3 blocks all the way around, or by 3 rows, I guess you could say. And that's going to be because this is going to be where they fall. So whenever I get ready to cut it all out, these 3 rows here will not be here on these sides. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the corner out too, just so that they don't get stuck. And they're basically, my concept is going to be, we're going to have platforms that come all the way down, and then at the very bottom here, which you can already hear there's even more slimes going on down here, at the very bottom we're going to have this platform where they can also spawn. And come on, let's kill these real quick. There will be a little section that goes around the bottom here, and you can see that's why this is going along through like this. But there's going to be a section here along the bottom where they will all get filtered and pushed into a corner, probably, where there will be a split off. So they'll be filtered into this way probably, which I may actually raise this up by 1 more since we've got bedrock right here. I don't really want to mess with that too much. So I might actually raise this up by 1 or 2 and start the level like maybe up here. So I'm gonna have to look at that first. But they're all gonna get filtered into a corner, and I'm gonna have a little redstone device where you can either send them one direction and they'll just automatically get killed by cactus, or you can send them another direction and they'll get filtered into a corner where you can just sit there and punch them. But they'll be babies by the time they get there, I think it will be. So that's going to be part of my idea. I'm going to work on this a little bit, get things going, and kind of come back to you guys after I've done a little bit of work on this and show you my progress. So I'll be back in a few, guys. Alright guys, so first of all, did I mention this is the first ever slime farm that I've built? And it's starting to show. You can see here that we are up pretty high, and that's because, well, I realized pretty quickly after doing a few things that first off, we needed to start at the top, not the bottom. It's a lot more difficult when you don't start at the bottom, or when you start at the bottom than the top. So we are now really way up high. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Anyways, whoa, no, why am I, what in the world? What the heck? A ghost block, I bet you. Some kind of spooky block. No? Okay, that was weird. We were being suffocated by an invisible block. Alrighty. Anyways, yeah, we're up here because one, it's going to be a lot easier. First of all, if you don't know, you have to start at Y40. Slimes don't spawn above Y40 in slime chunks. Now, in slime biomes, they do, of course. But as you can tell here, we are in a roofed forest biome, not a slime biome. So, well, not slime biome, a swamp biome. So I noticed really quickly that we needed to come up here and do this. Also, I'm going to go down here and show you guys real quick. If I don't fail this ender pearl. Ugh, okay. I also noticed really quickly that down here, this is going to end up having to be more than just one block high. Mainly because, first of all, we're going to have a section over here on the side where there's going to be hoppers that pick up the slime balls. And if there's bedrock in the way, we're not going to be able to do that. So that's one reason. And another reason is because the water channels will make it to where the slimes might possibly be able to jump back up one block. So I've decided that we're going to actually make this 2 blocks high. So going around the edge here, you can see I've already made up some stone. We're just going to take a little stack here real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually fill the center back in with stone like this. And then we're going to go up one more layer. So it'll end up being that tall. And then we'll put the stone brick on top of that. And that's basically going to be so that, one, like I said, they can't jump right back in. And two, so that, you know, we're raised up off the ground just a little bit. So when the slimes do finally get pushed over this direction, they can, you know, I can have hoppers and stuff set up over here. I'm hoping, because I have a feeling we're still going to end up at a spot where we're going to be bothering with bedrock, so I'm hoping I end up with an area like this where I can actually be able to go down maybe another block to 2 blocks. They're probably going to get pushed to this corner because this is the corner that's closest to my area over here. You can see I was pillaring up through here. Whoops, that was a little too quick. I was pillaring up through here so that I could get back up to the top up there. Let's take that out. Okay. But yeah, so being that this is one of my first slime farms, I didn't realize this is actually going to take quite a while to dig out. So I think I'm going to be busy this week trying to dig this out and start putting these platforms in. The bottom platform here is going to be nice and flat like this, but or a full block like this. But the next layers, I think I'm going to do 3 blocks in between each layer, but I'm going to do half slabs that they can spawn on instead of full blocks, so that'll give actually 3.5 blocks for the slimes to jump back and forth, because a slime is only 2 blocks tall, but if you make each layer only 2 blocks tall, you're going to have the slime hitting its head all the time, and it's not going to ever make it to the edge for a really long time. So most people do 3 to 4 blocks. I'm doing 3.5. I figure it'll make it to where our supplies will go further, because we've got tons and tons of stone. And yeah, I've already filled my stone chest upstairs in my storage area, and it looks like we're gonna have a lot more because I've got to dig all this out. Fortunately, you can see here all of my beacons reach just barely about to here, I think it is where they start wearing off. Yeah, so you can see they're all wearing off right about here. But it does make it to where, you know, I can get some of this done rather quickly, and basically what I do is I just kind of come back over this way, get the buff again, and then, you know, start taking it out. So it doesn't make it too bad to try to do, but it would be nicer if it was a little closer, but I don't really feel like moving all the beacons. And I know I would really only have to move one, which is the haste beacon, but I'm fine with it. So we're going to work on getting this dug out and start putting the platforms in eventually, and probably next week we'll take another look at this, see how far I've gotten, and probably try to start doing the little section over here of redstone. I know I haven't done redstone on any videos in a while, and yeah, I'd really like to do a little bit more, so we're going to probably do this little section and show you how I plan on dividing it. Basically, we're just going to have some doors that open and shut so that, you know, if this door is shut, they'll go that way. If that door is shut, they'll go this way. And it'll just be a toggle switch as to which one is open. That way they're not both shut at the same time and we clog the system up. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little weird, but yeah, it's something that I haven't worked on before, and I figured I'd go ahead and start working on it. And I'd show off, you know, the tower up there that said came by and built for us, and it was pretty nice. So make sure you leave your comments, suggestions, criticism about all of today's stuff down below. And if you enjoyed, be sure to leave it a like. It really does help me out. And I will see you guys next time for another episode of Minecraft here on the Spiritcraft server. Take it easy. Peace out.